Hey folks, today is Friday, June 11th, 2021. As usual, my name is Jake Baldino, here to talk about all the video game news that has been going on this week. Let's get you caught up. There's quite a bit because E3 is starting to roll and we got a bunch. So, first, let's talk a little Microsoft and Xbox news. As kind of like a pre-E3 thing, kind of like a pre-thing to their event going on Sunday.
You say pre-3?
Pre-3? As a pre-3 thing, they talked business and the future of Xbox with Phil Spencer talking with Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, who has doubled down saying that Microsoft believes in Xbox, which is cool. We got a lot of interesting numbers about Game Pass. I will link the whole source in the description if you want to read up on it. But some of the coolest news to come out of it, or the most interesting stuff, is that Xbox has said once again that they are going to definitely be making more hardware and making different hardware moves. They're doubling down on cloud, building out that ecosystem and that platform that I've been saying for years that that's their emphasis, that's where it's going. And they're supplementing that by working on streaming boxes as well as working with TV manufacturers to get Xbox Game Pass and Xbox Cloud streaming on your televisions, making games more accessible to people who aren't buying consoles. I think that's the goal. They want more people playing games. They've kind of talked about some of this stuff in the past a little bit, and we've heard rumors, but now we have it completely 100% officially from the horse's mouth, which is interesting. Now, on the other hand, they also went on record saying that they are not walking away from hardware. For us kids here who like our shiny plastic boxes that are still very hard to get, I'm looking at you, PlayStation 5. In this whole Microsoft thing, they also did say that they are still very much believing in hardware, and they're already working on new iterations of console hardware. So there you go. It's not necessarily like they're rushing to update the Xbox Series X, but all this stuff takes a long time, so these companies are constantly iterating, research and developing, working on new things. There's always something going on, so now you know. It's like half interesting news and a little bit of them patting themselves on the back, of course, but it's an interesting lead up to Sunday where we're going to have the Xbox Bethesda E3 style conference event where hopefully we get some cool announcements for some new games, which speaking of, the coolest thing to come out of this announcement is that Microsoft and Xbox has committed and said that they are planning to release one new first-party game every quarter. Now, at first you might think, but Xbox hasn't really put out anything, like or announced anything. What are they doing? Well, this kind of correlates with, for the past few years, them buying up a bunch of studios. Way back, I think it was 2 years or so ago, they announced a complete slate of studios that they've purchased. So that is starting to, I guess, finally start to pay dividends for them in terms of having games to release on Xbox. Now, of course, next up, yesterday, if you're watching this on Friday, was the Summer Game Fest kickoff stream. This is kind of like a big event. Jeff Keighley and team tried to kind of make their own thing and get away from E3 and the internal organization behind it and kind of create a new thing for the fans to an event that I thought was kind of middling. Because of the development slowdowns with the pandemic and stuff like that, I didn't expect a ton of new announcements, but I was hoping for a little more. We did get a lot of updates on games that already exist or we know about, so I think in this event, which we will link in the description, there was something for everybody. But in terms of big things, we do have a couple of key things I want to highlight. First up, we have Tiny Tina's Wonderland, which is kind of like a Borderlands spin-off. This actually leaked a week or so ago, so we kind of knew about this, but seeing it front and center does seem pretty cool. It seems like there's a lot of comedy talent involved, and it is going to be kind of like a spin-off thing. It's going to be a standalone game. You're going to be able to jump into it if you don't know Borderlands. It's going to have more of an emphasis on magic and customizable characters. That's going to be 2022. We also got like a weird, of course, Hideo Kojima tease type of thing, where I took it kind of as this imagery saying essentially, put the Metal Gear stuff and the rumors and stuff to bed. Hideo Kojima isn't working on a new Metal Gear or anything like that. He teased us with a cardboard box and the level thing, and then, as far as I'm concerned, killed it with the oranges that in media and art and movies often symbolizes death. Hey, I don't know. Regardless, the real point of this little trailer thing was to announce that Death Stranding is coming to PlayStation 5, and it's going to be Death Stranding Director's Cut. I expect them to just kind of add a little bit of new, interesting content to it, maybe expanding on some of the combat elements and stuff like that. Hey, I don't know. I'm curious to see what it is. I'm obviously a Kojima fanboy, so that's just me. We got updates on existing games like Among Us and Fall Guys and a bunch of other stuff, some indies that look pretty interesting. But on the business type stuff, we have a new studio announced with some pretty heavyweight industry guys. It's called Deviation Games, and they're working on a new game with Sony. So that's something to look forward to. Then we also had the announcement of a new publisher, which is kind of weird. The publisher is called Prime Matter, and they have a whole bunch of things, including Payday, which they kind of seemed like they teased a new one, which is cool. But of course, last but certainly not least, you got it. You guys got it. Elden Ring. Got a full trailer in all its glory. We get to see the open world in action. We get to see combat on horseback. We get to see a bunch of different character builds, which I think is going to be the main flow of the game. Just cool characters and weapon types. We got to see what seems like Dark Souls style summons. Co-op is confirmed. We did do a video breaking down some of this stuff, so if you want to check that out, go ahead. But it seems like Elden Ring and FromSoft fans are very happy. You have other people being like, this just looks like Dark Souls. Yeah, that's kind of the point here. Every From Software game, like once you take the time to get into them, you can understand the differences between each game, and the change-ups to the formula are actually incredibly interesting, and that's half the fun, the discovery. So we're really excited to see what Elden Ring does combat-wise and how it kind of does its own take on an open-world RPG and character creation stuff. Can't wait. I don't think it's on the very top of my most anticipated list, because try not to let hype get crazy. Also, I like baby games, so there's that, but thankfully this does have a release date, January 22nd, 2022. Hopefully that holds. Hey, next up, this episode is brought to you by our old pals at ExpressVPN. Video game news season is in full swing. You're probably online constantly like me, so you need to be safe. Now, every device you use to go online has its own unique IP address. Think of it kind of like your personal internet phone number. Now, this IP address can actually reveal personal details about you online, like where you live, to strangers you game with online or you encounter, advertisers. So with ExpressVPN, you can browse and play and watch completely safely. All thanks to a secure encrypted tunnel between your device and the internet so that your online activity is much tougher to see. Personally, and I've said it before, we use ExpressVPN here at the office because we like as little data as possible going to ISPs and advertisers. It's also great for workarounds if you like to watch Netflix internationally. Netflix UK has some better stuff than the US. It's also super easy to use and figure out thanks to basically one-click operation on any of your devices. We've all been using it here for a long time. Regardless of the sponsor, we have no plans to stop. So, if you want to check it out, and we highly recommend it, it does help out the show, find out how you can get 3 months free of ExpressVPN by going to expressvpn.com/Gameranx. It's right here. You can also click it in the description box down below. And thanks as always to ExpressVPN for sponsoring our videos. Now, in other news, in case you missed it, EA got hacked. Yes, I know. It's like every major company has been experiencing major data hacks and breaches and ransomware type of things lately, and now EA has fallen as another victim. Interestingly enough, the hackers apparently got the source code for FIFA and the Frostbite engine. The Frostbite engine, of course, is EA's expensive, flashy, proprietary engine that they've built various games on, like Battlefront, Battlefield, etc., etc. So that's pretty massive. EA did disclose that no player data was stolen in this breach, which I guess is nice that like the logins aren't stolen or anything like that, but they're out there elsewhere because nothing is safe anymore. According to the news reports, this wasn't a ransomware attack, but still, it's pretty crazy and fascinating that this stuff happens. I just can't comprehend how that stuff goes down. It is really interesting, though, and I thought you guys would find it fascinating as well. Also this week, we got the full official reveal for Battlefield 2042. That's the official title. It's set in the near future. We got a flashy trailer that showed a lot of moments that kind of harken back to old kind of Battlefield references and also player moments, like just over-the-top crazy stuff. We got to see weather effects. We got to see the massive battles, which are going to be the biggest. The maps are apparently going to dwarf the maps in any other Battlefield game, which is crazy considering those maps were already really big. There are some press previews. Some people got to see some stuff, so that is interesting. The one thing is that there is no campaign EA has apparently ditched the campaign and is doubling down on just making the multiplayer significant. I actually like the campaigns. I appreciate them. I really like the Battlefield 1 campaigns, but the most recent campaign, Battlefield 5, I thought was kind of weak, so whatever. They were more like short experiences anyway. Still, the biggest debate that has popped up with this is that like the next generation versions of this game are going to cost $70, and the whole US price thing continues to come up in conversation, and it is a hot one with Battlefield. Personally, I just want to see raw gameplay, and we're going to get that soon thanks to all the E3 events rolling out, and I'll pass judgment there.
It's a lot to ask $70 for a game that's just like multiplayer only. Especially a game like that where like...
$70 multiplayer, like that has to be the greatest multiplayer in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
And they have such a hard time already because so many other people are caught up in other things, like free-to-play things like Fortnite, or they're stuck playing. What are you playing right now? Destiny? Oh, and in some small news we thought was worth sharing. It's pretty interesting. Game Informer picked this up last week or so with the Far Cry 6 reveal. A lot of people were speculating if the game can be played in third person, and apparently that is definitely... Apparently... According to Game Informer, talking to the developers, there are going to be sequences that can be played in third person. When you use the special weapons out in the field, it's going to shift to third person and apparently other particular moments. And also, what's so funny? Did I say it again?
Yeah.
Shit! When you're walking around the safe zones and the town areas, those are going to be in third person, so you can see your character and you can see all your gear and stuff like that. Interesting new little change up for Far Cry. I'm still skeptical. I've been chasing the high that was Far Cry 3, and I haven't really had anything live up to that yet, but we'll just have to wait and see. Also, some things, just in case you missed it, we linked the trailer, the launch trailer for Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. We are working on a before you buy for that. I'm playing it right now. Spoiler alert, it's pretty good. It seems like also all the reviews out there have dropped and people are really liking it. So I'm going to get back to doing that soon. But yeah, here's the trailer. Also for console players, specifically people who have been lucky enough to get their hands on next-gen consoles, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is getting a full update and like next-gen release, and we got the deets now. Higher resolution textures and assets, 4K HDR, improved 60 FPS performance, faster loading times. There's two modes. You can do 4K 30 or 1440 60. We don't talk about these updates for every single game. I bring this up specifically because one, I really like Star Wars, but number two, this is a game that's pretty replayable, and I'm looking forward to probably jumping back in and seeing if it looks tasty on PS5. Even though I played it on PC, still could be cool. Also though, speaking of PC, Epic Game Store, not like shilling or anything, but they are right now for a limited time giving away Control for free. So just want to like soapbox for a second. They've given away Control for free on PlayStation Plus. I believe they did an Xbox thing, and now they're doing it on PC. So whatever platform you're on, you got no excuse. Control is like one of the best games. I absolutely love it. So just like a friendly PSA. But there's a lot more dropping right after this video. Netflix is doing its thing where it's revealing new looks at Resident Evil, the Splinter Cell Netflix show. I don't really know what to think, but that's going to be dropping, so we will link as much as we can in the description, and keep it locked this weekend. Saturday, Sunday, we're getting Ubisoft stuff. We're getting, of course, the Xbox Bethesda stuff, and only more continues next week. So we're not taking any days off. We're already really tired, but we're going to keep going to keep you guys informed, and we're having fun. So definitely let us know what you're looking forward to hearing from all of the various E3 events. They're scattered all over the place. We will link a schedule in the description so you can follow along, but definitely let us know what you're looking forward to, which event, what you want to see announced. We want to hear it. It's interesting for like our research, so tell us. Now, thank you guys for coming around. That's it this week. We got to get back to work. Hopefully we got you guys caught up. I'm looking forward to hearing what you're thinking about everything going on. We'll be down in the comments as much as possible. Things get a little crazy though, so if you want to yell at me directly, Twitter and Instagram at Jake Baldino. My other channel, youtube.com/Jake Baldino for some extended E3 talk. But all you got to do around here, if you appreciate this video and you were informed, clicking the like button helps us legitimately. Thank you. Also, if you're new, consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell, because we put out videos every single day. But I'm Jake Baldino. Catch me on the Before You Buy videos and here every Friday. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Pizza's on me.